Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. It's time again. We're here. I was here yesterday, but now I'm here again because it's time. It's Wednesday, and we have some things to look at. A cool animation from tomorrow. I also wanted to kind of just check out, see what else she had on her page, because I know she's been doing some streaming, but I wanted to see, the other stuff over there, but we also have some Instagram posts to look at and a video from Internet Versus Idubbbz apology. So I am kind of, I found out about it yesterday. I didn't even know that he made an apology. I was a little out of the loop, but after learning about it, I am interested to see how the internet as a whole is reacting to it. But how's everybody doing today? It's hump day, getting through the week. Congratulations. Proud of you all. This one goes out to you. I thought I set it up. No. There we go. This one goes out to me. It happens. We're all feeling a little
stoic,
but it's time to get started. We have some fun posts to look at. Warning, I guess, to start. We have this man. I forgot, my friend sent him to me like a while ago. It's P80233721 gmail.com _ KOTN _ FVR. My friend showed me him, Patrick Dussenberry. And Patrick Dussenberry is a very interesting character. He posts a lot of videos, him playing guitar, him just he doesn't know how to play guitar really. He just does different riffs that he like tries to make up himself. But then every once in a while he'll just post like these weird thirst traps. And I don't even think he's reposting them. It looks like he's just posting them on his page for some reason. Maybe he's engagement farming. But I saw this one and I wanted to share it.
Yeah. This is me and my younger sister. And she's a guitar playing son of a bitch, man. We're going to do the old school stuff. Straight up. This is my younger sister next door. And see, she's right. She is right. She's fucking right.
She's right. Deuces. Nothing more, nothing less. Here, let's listen to him play some guitar real quick. Hey, for all you youngsters out there and people that think you know me and you don't really know me, I play guitar too. Okay. Oh, okay. It just doesn't stop. This is like what a panic attack sounds like. I love the microtones. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, you guys just aren't hearing all the little semitones he's putting in there. It adds a lot. I'm glad YouTube notifications are working. Finally. The oddest sound bath I've ever heard. I might have heard more strange, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. For one man, one instrument, might be peak. It still hasn't restarted. This is still just one video going all the way through. He's testing the length. I'm really just waiting to see if it ever ends. I'm too invested at this point to stop now. We have to see. That was it. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, now he's finger working it. Finally. For a while, he must have fixed his amp, maybe not really, I'm not sure. For a while, he was saying that he was like, my amp's missing grounding. My amp doesn't have grounding, so he would just all the time have his, like, it would always just sound like how the beginning of this video sounded. When it was just... when he's clearly just strumming a guitar that doesn't sound like it's plugged in. Let's see if this one works. You know, that video, it's like I wanted to just give you a taste of his guitar playing. I feel like I just gave you like a 4-course meal. He should switch to bass guitar. Maybe. He should switch to a 12-string. I think that's like the next step for him. I think you get it. I think you understand. It's honestly starting to give me a little bit of a headache. I apologize. Change to my profile photograph. It's not. He didn't change his profile photograph at all. Don't lie to me, P802 Patrick Dussenberry. Great name. I wonder if this is actually his Gmail. P802-33721 gmail.com. I don't know what this means either. Cotton forever. But here's Johnny Tomato. Oh, I didn't realize this is a Childish Gambino song playing over. You know what? It's a Wednesday. I'm having a good day. Let's say screw it.
I'm sorry, I was holding out for too long. Here's my hidden talent.
Yo, actually, never mind. Why is this so low resolution? What is going on? Instagram's been having this problem recently, and it's actually so frustrating. On desktop, certain videos just go into like 180p, 120p, whatever it is.
Sorry, I was holding out for too long. Here's my hidden talent. Here it is. It's throwing random objects in the air.
Thank you, Johnny Tomato. So you have any more content?
So
if I click on here, it's better.
I'm sorry, I was holding out
Yeah, like why is it when I pull it up here, it's more clear?
for too long. Here's my hidden talent. Here it is. It's throwing random objects in the air. And
I think he's wearing like compression pants or something underneath his shorts, and for a second I thought he had prosthetic legs.
like somehow, just, I don't know, they flow with me.
It's literally when your like little cousin is like, "Hey, check this out." You're like, "Okay, put that down. You're gonna break your mom's window. Chill out, bro."
Another successful day at the airport bar. 3 people called out,
Do
so
you
I had
guys think he does that with bar stools?
to cover the entire floor. But we're just closing up, mopping up, a couple more plates going out.
He's like, "You guys want a little bit of entertainment before your flight? Check this out." Just swinging them around.
And then I'm out of here. There's my badge. Working 2 more days, picking up extra shifts, eating my soup before we go. But everybody's about to get on their plane.
Someone's watching him. He keeps side-eyeing them.
Check it. And we'll see you when we see you. Safe travels, everyone. Look at that. That's Southwest right there. See ya. All right, so worked pretty hard this week, bartending at the airport, and I think by this Friday,
Gonna have to use a gray funnel, right? It has to be gray.
How to get a harmonica out from under your wallet using a gray funnel. Okay, it's just one of those stupid videos.
But before I get to that, we're gonna take the wallet and we're gonna make a tent over the harmonica. So create this little tent, and then using the end of the gray funnel, you're gonna poke it.
because then once the lighter falls from the sky, you'll be able to grab yourselves a tea light candle, put it between.
Okay, man. This was sad. This was sad news that I heard. Ralph Whistle. I shared Ralph Whistle recently. Ralph Whistle is MAGA. And he's it's just bad. It's just bad. He's in here being homophobic in these in the comments. Someone said happy Pride Month and goodbye. That's the last whistle for me. And he really said, go lick your boyfriend's ass. Whistling for all the pedophiles. And then he said, all you're doing is showing on your stupidity by hating what is all essential casting character in a movie that's supposed to wake you dumb fuckers like you. Genuinely, what are you talking about? I made a comment today. I'm a little late to the party, but I said, should have stuck to whistling. The bootlicking is unbecoming, but I guess you just want Trump to be coming on your face. It is Pride Month, Ralph, but the pride you hold is the type spoken down on in the Bible. You got to remind them that.
Is a loop day for my favorite central casting.
Pride cometh before destruction.
Character. And here goes my whistle presentation for it.
The whistle and the MAGA are connected, believe it or not. That's interesting. Got to think about that one. I did think about it after, and I wish I should have just done a shorter response here. Like my comment I didn't think was bad, but it's a little wordy. I should have just said, "Bro really hit the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday, Mr. President." But whistling. Kind of nice. Hope Trump's going to see this. Trump's going to love it for sure. Has anyone mentioned the Adam McIntyre expose coming out at 8 p.m. BST? I've not seen that. Who's posting it? Probably talk about that on Friday. Or what's BST? BST to my time. Ah, yes, later. British summertime. But yeah, sad. I had to unfollow Ralph Whistle. Should have known. I like that someone called him out whistling for pedophiles and he just went, "That's where you're wrong. I'm with you with the hand when I'm," cuz like you're, and it was that was basically his response. Here is Cecil Moonwalker. This person seems to be having a bit of issues. I wish them nothing but the best. But I really needed to ask people what they thought this woman was saying. Like, I really am questioning this.
Grabbing her neck was a threat that I would be hung, actually.
So he said grabbing her neck, there was a threat that I would be hung, actually. So I'm confused as to what this whole altercation is. This guy is, they're clearly at the, this looks like a vape shop. This looks like some kind of smoke shop. Not a gas station. Just, maybe it is a gas station. I can't tell. But something I think happened before that. And then I'm confused as to what she says here.
I'm sorry?
She said, "I'm sorry." Just being like, huh? What did you just say?
Okay, I know you're sorry. No, you're sorry now, at least.
I'm an manager. I'm Samoan.
Okay, you still did
What did
that.
she say there? That's the part I'm so confused as to what she just said.
Can I get the
Tough choice now, right?
I just realized too, he's wearing like clown shoes. Why is like the toe of this so wide? Look at it.
Doesn't feel as funny now. Doesn't feel as fucking funny to be a part of this sick fucking cult, does it? It doesn't feel nice,
Can you call
does
the
it?
police for me?
Sir,
Hey, would you denounce the Klan? Would you denounce the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah.
Okay, so just say I denounce everything the Klan does.
I denounce everything the Klan does.
You know, I wouldn't have thought this guy would do that. He looks like an avid KKK supporter.
All right. Grabbing her neck was a threat that I would be hung, actually.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I know you're sorry. No, you're sorry now, at least.
I'm an manager. I'm Samoan.
Okay.
I don't know what she's saying the first part. I swear it sounds like I'm an Anitor. And then I thought she said I'm a Samoan. And then I was like, if she said she's Samoan, what does that have to do with anything?
You still did that, though.
Can I get the
No, that's what I thought. Maybe that's what she said, is I'm a manager. Like, she was like, I'm a manager, I'm Samoan. But I think she's purchasing something. It sounds like she's like just here buying something.
Tough choice now, right?
Here, one more time. From the top. Come on, buddy.
Grabbing her neck was a threat that I would be hung, actually.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I know you're
trying to
sorry.
wear a shirt, so-
No, you're sorry now, at least.
I'm an manager. I'm Samoan.
I don't hear an M.
Okay, you still did that, though.
Can I get the
Tough choice now, right?
Please?
Doesn't feel as funny now. Doesn't feel as fucking funny to be a part of this sick fucking cult.
See, and this is like the biggest problem, is this guy's clearly having some real issues, and you have people like this in his comments. Pull out the blue wires in your arms. That's how they're tracking you. Don't you see, when they say someone is going mad, it's because the world views it's because their worldview becomes destructive. Wait, I don't know. I guess that one's more so just trying to help. Maybe she did say she's Samoan. I don't think I want to check out his account, I'll be honest. I'm a manager, I don't understand you.
Grabbing her neck was a threat that I would be hung, actually.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I know you're sorry. No, you're sorry now, at least.
I'm a manager. I'm Samoan.
Okay, you still did that, though.
Can I get the...
Ooh. Here, let me see. Comes out in 2 hours. Adam McIntyre from Joshua DTV. Wow, 1.12 million subscribers. Adam McIntyre. It didn't have to come to this. Never heard of this person, but I was hearing people talk about this, and it's so true. Back in the day, it would be like a few people had 1 million. Everybody knew about all of those YouTubers. But now there's like, I think that's what they were talking about on the podcast, weren't they? When they were talking about the Brazilian, or was he? What was he? Was he Argentinian? It was something like that. But yeah, they were talking about that on the podcast. How back in the day, everyone knew all of like the YouTubers with over 1 million. Hitting 1 million subscribers was like something super huge. But nowadays, you really can just be. I mean, how old is this? Okay. What the fuck is this? Poopy diaper challenge? Poopy diaper challenge with daily bumps. Beyonce dance challenge with JoJo Siwa. Okay, bro. I don't know if you need to be making a video on Adam McIntyre. I'm sorry. I have not. Oh, it's Colleen's ex-husband? Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Now everyone's just like, don't worry, be happy.
It's a song.
So yes, more than anything, who are you calling out?
Don't worry. Be happy. God. This one is more like a thing that
I did read chat. I read it. I finally read it.
Heard, and then I kind of stole from people.
I get it. I'm sorry.
It's like a big thing yet.
Those were the good old days. Chilling on the couch. Chilling on the couch in like clearly some hotel room with JoJo Siwa.
I mean.
Oh, so now we're gonna get into it. This is a quick combo that I've seen.
I'm getting a call. 1 second. Yeah, I do have the boomer ringtone. Yeah, sorry. They gave me I'm in the process of moving, right? Or I'm basically done moving now. We're just doing the final moving out costs, and they just suck. They fucking suck. They're not following up properly. I need to call them today because for some reason they're sending they added a different charge of, they have an estimated final water bill and then a final water bill that are both posted the same charge double on my account. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going to pay double for the same thing, for literally the exact same thing, but one just says it's an estimate. But yeah, so I'm expecting calls to come through. I keep like expecting different calls, but then I just keep getting scam calls. This one keeps calling me, and then I keep missing it and calling them back, and it's just some roofing service. But they've called me from like 6 different state numbers. They've called me from like literally 6 different like states, and I'm so confused. Yeah, settling in. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. I'm on edge. And this isn't helping, watching a grown man dance with JoJo Siwa in a hotel room. This is just making me more distressed.
On Wildebeest's YouTube, and
It's Colleen Ballinger's husband. I mean, makes sense. Do they still have like a COVID deep cleaning charge? Been a while since I moved out of a rental, and they had that even in 2023. They had an option for a move out. They had like a move out cleaning cost, or you could do like a deep cleaning yourself, but then you would have to like show the receipt. And we just kind of like estimated that like the cost for their cleaning would probably be cheaper than if we just paid like to have it done ourselves. So there was a cleaning cost, but it was like an opt-in type of thing. But nothing labeled as like anything like that, no. But I guess I will check this out. We'll see. We'll see what this person, what Joshua has to say. Joshua Ballinger? I never accept calls. I call in. I mean, I call in, but then it just sucks because every time I've called into these different places, everything I call, they go, "Oh, I see the issue that you're seeing. Let me email another person because I can't do anything about it, and they'll get back to you." And then they never get back to me. So I'm like, what do you want me to do? What do you need me to do? Please. Please. But yes. Jones in for Joshua? You're not wrong. Jones in for Josh. Did anyone ever figure out what that meant? Because I'm still a little confused. I am rectangular. Should we see what Cecil Moonwalker's doing? Why don't they want you to love people? Why don't they want you to forgive people? The last time that you spoke about, or thought about God or a higher power, were you really referring to God? If you didn't, what did it feel like? The first time that you spoke about God and weren't referring to God, how did it feel? Did it get easier? Did it continue to feel wrong? If you're a Christian, did it feel wrong? I'm not going to read this whole thing. Yes, I do think this person is being genuine. I don't think that their account is fake, I'll be honest.
Any sort of thing that messes with your sobriety, any sort of drug, any sort of vice, can be used to make you a more effective target for psychological operations. Discontinuation of psychiatric medicine causes psychosis. Paradoxically, taking antipsychotic medication long enough, especially Seroquel, especially first-generation antipsychotics, also causes psychosis. Discontinuation of benzodiazepines causes psychosis. Not having your daily coffee causes psychosis.
Well, yeah, it's just if you have a susceptibility. I mean, I understand what he's saying. It's just if you have a susceptibility to psychosis based on like whatever mental illness you might have, then there's a lot of causes and factors, but I would say that some of those are much more in your control than others, for sure. I'm hoping you the best. I hope you can find some good help. A Boxcar Scar? Cecil Moonwalker. I think Cecil may be too far from Gideon. Just a bit. I mean, look at those prices.
For the yellow gas station, this is for Pacific Islanders and Asians. For the blue one, $5.99, the most expensive, this is for black people. And finally, we come here to the 76, the least expensive gas station, which is $5.11. $5.11 is whites only. The blue one is the black gas station. The one that has the banana when you first walk in. It has the green sign pointing to the chevron. It's the one where black people are allowed to shop for gas. It's also the most expensive. Going to the
They got segregated gas stations. I think this guy is just getting kicked out of gas stations and thinking it's because he's black, but it's because he's doing things like this. Let's remember why we started this in the first place.
Grabbing her neck was a threat that I would be hung, actually.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I know you're sorry. No, you know you're sorry now, at least.
I'm a 90 girl. I'm some more.
Okay, you still did that, though.
Can I get the
Tough choice now, right?
It's...
Doesn't feel as funny now. Doesn't feel as fucking funny to be a part of this sick fucking cult, does it? It doesn't feel nice,
Can you call
does
the
it?
police for me?
Sir,
Hey, would you denounce the Klan? Would you denounce the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah.
Okay, so just say I denounce everything the Klan does.
I denounce everything the Klan does.
All right.
No, I don't understand why they're not letting this guy get gas wherever he wants. This is the most well-spoken and articulate psychotic break I've ever witnessed. See, I've talked about this before. I feel like it's why people need to be more honest with each other, with themselves, because psychosis comes in many forms, and you'll find people that are in like long-term states of psychosis that are functioning, going to work, doing things, but they just like think like, this is all a video game, bro. This is just the level I'm on right now. I need to complete. I need to keep going to work every day and do this and da-da-da. Like, there are some people that are just in that state of mind, and they just have this like warped perception and this skewed perception of reality, but are still able to function properly. And it's like, those people still need help, and they shouldn't just be kind of like sidelined until something goes wrong. Because I think that's kind of the issue, is we kind of wait and push things to the back burner until it boils over, and then it's like, oh, what happened? Oh no. This is a version of controlling someone's speech. This is why I show everyone on where we promote all types of thought. We're talking about all types of things here. Where the hell does this guy live? It said Washington, I think, right? Fife, Washington. What an interesting name, Fife. Loki reminds me of Snark. Like, why do you need someone to say something? Why do you need someone to use their money to sue someone you don't like? No, exactly. It's and I think that that's kind of the thing, is like, there has to be at least a few snarkers. Like, I imagine the broad, like whatever the subreddit is, I don't fucking check it. The leftovers H3. I imagine there's like a majority, let's say it's 10,000 people. I don't think there's that many people going on it, but let's say it's 10,000 people. I imagine like 9,000 of those people are regular, just like haters that just go and check it out. They're like, whatever, we're shit talking online. Don't necessarily do anything nefarious and are just kind of doing generic shit talking. But that still leaves 1,000 people. And again, these are all made up numbers, but it still leaves a percentage of people that are delusional or have like some kind of warped perception that leads them to these like weird, outrageous actions. And I think, yeah, it's like, again, it's why it's necessary to kind of like keep ourselves in check, keep in check the people around us, and allow the people around us to keep us in check as well. You know what I mean? Be open to criticism, be open to change, and kind of be able to talk about it. Yeah, extremists in all spaces are the problem. And that's like what I'm saying though, is it's like it's a hard it's like a hard separation to make, to tell when someone is just like an extremist ideologically versus a extremist based on delusion. Like, you know, people, like a lot of the times these people that do mass shootings, there are people that do it for ideological reasons, and then there are people that do it for quote unquote ideological reasons driven by their delusions. Like the Annunciation Catholic school shooting. That person was literally having delusions of a demon inside of them that was telling them to do stuff. They were drawing pictures of them looking in the mirror and seeing a demon in their reflection and like all this stuff. And so it's like there's clearly a difference in these two things, even if they have expressions and present themselves to similar ends. But yes, shout out Cecil. This was something just really interesting from Basement Brawls. So I'm pretty sure these guys do. I've seen them before. They only have 5,000 followers. One of these guys broke his leg. Let me see if they have it here. Sparring goes wrong.
Hospital, dude, what the fuck? What? Why did you go to the hospital, dude? What the fuck?
Ben, get away from trap.
Try and cut him like. This strap is.
And when tragedy strikes, he went for a takedown. He did a very bad takedown where he just dropped on him, hooked his leg, and I think probably, if not broke his knee, like hyperextended it.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Because he didn't fully land on it, but he definitely pulled it.
Holy shit! What the fuck? What the fuck? Good? Why did you go to the hospital, dude? What the fuck?
But this is an older video. This is from 4 weeks ago. This is from 3 weeks ago. And I just saw it yesterday. It's a two-parter here. Best friend slept with his girl. And I think it's the same. I can't tell if this is the same guy. He sounds similar, and a lot of the videos are of the same people. So I think it's like a friend group or something. AZ H3 meetup like this win though. H3 meetup where we're gonna do backyard brawl like this. That is a very Arizona thing to do. Go start fires in the desert and have people fight in it.
He thought it was okay to have sex with my girlfriend when I went to sleep.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Here's the thing, right? We've talked about this. People always say, oh, why are you getting mad at the guy? Why aren't you mad at your girlfriend? You should be mad at both of them if the guy had the awareness that you existed. It's like if it happened at your house, yeah, fuck that dude up. If it's your friend, fuck that dude up. You might go to jail. You probably will go to jail. They'll probably get you arrested. But like morally, I don't see an issue with that. You know what I mean? And because it's like it's clear that they are fine with the disrespect that's being done to you. But I'm just gonna let it continue because it gets worse. So this guy, his girlfriend cheated on him with his friend while they were hanging out when he passed out.
You gotta go. Oh, Brandon. And then it turned into this open relationship.
Oh no, not the open relationship. He said and then, which means that she cheated on him, and then they were like, no, let's just do like an open relationship. Come on. Ooh.
You agreed.
We need like 500 H3 fans to meet up with 500 snarkers for a huge brawl to finally end the nonsense. Let's do it. You know, that reminds me, when I was in high school, there was this thing where these kids, so I was in school and there were these kids in Gilbert, Arizona, which isn't like, here's the thing. There are some parts of Arizona that are rough, you know, people make fun of it and be like, oh, it's so, there's nothing crazy happening out there. There are some places in Arizona where you will get robbed. You could get shot. You might get shot. A lot of homeless people, and not just homeless people, but like homeless tweakers that will attack you. One time I saw a lady trying to revive a bird in like an ashtray, and we were just going to the mall. We were literally just going to the mall. But like, there were these kids in Gilbert that were calling themselves, recently there were the Gilbert Goons, but back in the day, they called themselves the Gilbert 5 or the Gilbert 7 or something. And they were acting really tough and were like threatening people. So I wasn't a part of this, but my friend group was a part of this, and they got like 30 people together and they were like, okay, you guys are Gilbert 7, we're a 30 gang. And then they just went with 30 people and literally just jumped these 7 guys. And I don't think that their intentions were first that they were going to like fully jump all these guys. They were just making sure that they had enough people. But one of the 7 people from Gilbert, Arizona tried to, he was pump faking. He was pulling out a gun, but they immediately could tell that it was an airsoft gun and started yelling green gas. And that's what started the brawl. And it did not end well for those guys. There was literally a video. They had multiple angles because there were so many people. They had like 4 or 5 different angles of the fight. And at one of them, it was like a 2-parter where you had a POV of one of the guys running up, and he runs up and he's just like, he was a little bit bigger, and he hits a guy with just like a club fist. And then it cuts, and it was like a far away shot, and you see the kid he hit go flying backwards. It was such a crazy thing. I don't know even how I'd get my hands on that video, but it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It was so funny. It was so funny. And it just happened at like a random park. Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna happen, Arizona might be the setting. That's all I'm gonna say. Big deserts, big open spaces. Have you seen the trend of people lighting trash cans during pickup time? I think there's been like 3 in Phoenix so far. I have not seen that. That's crazy. Is it? Oh, is it actually like the cans lighting? Oh, because I've heard of like people throwing their vapes away and then the vapes exploding when they get crushed in the trash compactor. But yes, it's just one of those things, you know. But now these guys are gonna fight. They're gonna fight it out over his girl. Oh, and actually, now that I think back on it, the impetus for that fight, for the 30 gang versus the Gilbert 7, was was like one of the guys was like talking to one of the other guy's girlfriends or something like that. So it's always something like that, you know what I mean? And then a bunch of other people are willing to defend it, willing to stand behind it for some reason. I just go, I don't care. If one of my friends was like ended up getting with some girl and then some guy wanted to fight him, I'd be like, hey bro, fight your own battle. If you get jumped, like, yeah, I'll stand up for you then, but like, if it, you gotta do what you gotta do, buddy. Small fires in the trash bin during pickup mornings. It's very random. That's so odd. Probably just some bored teenagers. Give it a cute couple months, they'll get over it.
By the way.
I tried to.
The open relationship, he was open to it for a bit. He tried to be open to the open relationship.
Let's go. Come on.
The sounds their friends are making are so odd. They keep going like, they keep like making monkey noises.
Brandon, counter.
Bro, Jake's right in the chest. Do it. Hit you right in your fucking Do it. Right in
The guy keeps doing dodge rolls. I forgot about that.
chest.
Brandon, he's
Do
telling you.
it. Punch me
Oh
in
my
the
God.
fucking chest.
Brandon, you gotta go. Oh, Brandon! Recover! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Guys, stop! Chill. Chill, break it up. Oh, my.
I just love that he kept doing dodge rolls. And when he'd land, he'd like hit a superhero pose real quick.
Yo, guys,
Tristan. Maya, get them. Maya, come on. They don't need to fight real. Come on.
get the gloves on. Set it up! Get on my face.
Don't hit him.
Okay, so that was them fighting, right? And you might be thinking, part 2, what's gonna happen in part 2? Are they actually gonna like have a fist fight now? It's even better than that. It's so much better. I can't tell if this is fake. I really hope that it's not, because it's so amazing.
Brandon, you gotta go. Oh, Brandon, recover! Oh, fuck! No. Yo, don't gloves on. Set it up! Get on my face.
Don't hit him.
As long as we call truce. The way you're coming up on me, fuck out my face.
Let's chill out, guys. Come on. No, stop. I know what I'm doing. They're friends. I'm not gonna hurt you, okay?
You kept taking me on to hit you, so I hit you.
Good. Does it feel good?
No, it doesn't.
Why doesn't it?
Because
why?
Because you're my friend, and I'm trying
Tell
to
me
spar
how
you.
you really fucking feel, Brandon.
I feel like this was a spar, and I feel like you're taking it a little too seriously.
No.
And the point is you are stronger than me. So I feel like I have to try harder than you. Because I know you're gonna hurt me.
But did I? No. Why? Why didn't I?
Because you're your friend.
Even though you hurt me really bad, I still care.
I'm already trying to work this out with you, Jake. I have been for days, if you haven't noticed, bro.
I noticed. I'm that type of person to notice things when people try. The next time when I say punch me, fucking punch me and don't hesitate about it. Because the moment you do, you will get your ass kicked.
You know, the only reason I was keeping my distance is because I knew you were baiting me, because the instant I would have moved in, that fist would have come to my face. Because I am a fighter. And I saw that look in your eye.
And I'm a lover.
If you rush someone
He really did hit him with the "I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Get over here, big boy."
in a fight and you don't know how to do it right, you're going to get your ass knocked out. That's what I would have done, dude.
I wouldn't have cared. I would have got right back up, kept trying. Because that's what I do. I'll try so fucking hard for people. And I get shit on for it. But no one else in the world cares. Except for maybe 4 people in my fucking life. And one of them I live with. One of them doesn't even talk to me anymore because I moved away. Because he said coming up here was a fucking mistake. But did I listen? No. Did I care? No. Because it wasn't his fucking choice to make. sorry to teach you that sometimes hurting people is not the best way to go. And Brandon, you got.
I've been listening to this without being able to watch and cringing. Hey, they just made up. He said, "Hey man, you might have fucked my girl, but I forgive you. I'm not gonna beat your ass. You might have hurt me really bad, but we can move past this. I care about you. Now let's go get a beer. Let's go get a cold soda. Let's go get a beer, a root beer." You know, these two guys are some root beer enjoyers. What the fuck am I even talking about? I'm sorry. Here, be part of the community. POV, your prostate exam doctor is a Glover. You can only hope that your prostate exam doctor is this dedicated to the craft. I might go to the I'm gonna go to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor in so long, but one of the questions I'm gonna ask is well, how old do you have to be to get a prostate exam? And when they tell me, I'm gonna go, "Aww." Just to see the look on his face. He really wrenches that shit open, doesn't he? He's getting in there, gotta make sure. Moses is getting into prostate exams now. I think it's the new meta. I saw another video where someone was doing the exact same thing, but a pap smear. They said it was POV, your pap smear doctor is a Glover. It was quite literally the exact same meme. Different different routine though. So gotta appreciate that. And then we ended off with a little bit of music from CJ Topoff. I'm not gonna say the title of the song. It just sounds like I'm being rude.
I hang out with nerds, hippies, and thugs. The one thing we got in common is we all do drugs. Me and my mother hate each other cause we have different religions. She's a hard-ass Christian, and I can't make a decision. I hang out with...
Sitting on his own head. The psychedelic rapper. See, I will say, I'm one of those people. I like music and I like psychedelics, not just like the experience, but conceptually. But I find the connection between psychedelics and music, I feel like it's more implicit than explicit when you're doing like, I'm tripping and I'm doing this and that. Like, you know what I mean? Even like when it's like a hippie, like fucking song, like a rock song, you can't be too on the nose.
Okay, I'm one fucking deep. Been 2 days without sleep. I'm grinding 24/7. Sometimes I forget to eat. I'm standing on my feet and cold in the heat. My mind is a gold mine and I be digging so deep. But sometimes it be so dark that I can't even see. I need to find a light. The only light I have is me. The only God I have is me. But who the fuck is me? Cause I am nothing more than frequencies of energy.
We love Christmas, don't we? Come on, Ahmed. Plain White Tees really sung that song, Hey There, Delilah.
Plain White Tees He really said in the song, "Hey there, Delilah."
What did he say? Tell me.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance. I'm right there if you get lonely. Give this song another listen. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice, it's my disguise. I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.
1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they got planes and trains to go, so hurry you, I know the way. Is a man speaking the truth. That's truth to power right there. Yeah, exactly. He really did sing that. He lost it a little bit at the end there, but it was also sounded pretty good. Just saying. Oh, and then we're gonna watch the internet verses, but I do want to check out the Ohio Fatty video first. Look at some undead mummy. Who here knows about the undead mummy? Aren't all mummies undead? I got a few here. I will say Tamara on After Dark, being a purist about her miniatures. It's like you got to open your doors. You know, the world is made of plastic at this point. Like, it's not just as though, you know, the things inside of our homes aren't also plastic. All of that's plastic too. So it's fine. As long as it's the right type of plastic. That's really the issue. But I can tell that all the work really does mean a lot to her, so shout out, as always. Not let her do her art how she wants. That's not how art works. You have to do your art how I want your art to be. Your art's supposed to be the way I want. Duh.
There's a highway to God. A few men get to ride it. What does it mean? Well, as you can see, the Ohio Fatty represents us all.
with the man in the toll booth representing a harbinger of death. As we follow, he becomes one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. For simplicity's sake, we will say pestilence. The fatty then continues inside himself. He's pregnant now. This is what art class is about. Art classes, you'd make something like this, and then you'd have to make up a bunch of bullshit about what it actually means. What does it all mean? It's cool looking. So this is another one, bad thoughts and bad news.
The deserts have sprouted. The ice has melted. The children have cried. Take heed. Take heed, I say to you. Rock and roll is dead. What now?
You know what's funny is it actually didn't trigger me like my phone was actually ringing. I'm too locked in on it. I know when it's mine. Here, I want to see this one. Off-brand. Off-brand from 4 years ago. Just a Voodoo Ranger brand. Voodoo Ranger ad. Voodoo Ranger pint-sized film festival submission. Don't drink off-brand. It could be deadly. She just made me watch a fucking ad. Seems like a lot of plastic to me. I don't know. Look it up. Just saying. I do really like this. I think this looks so good.
Here lie people in the daytime. Let them be remembered not by their music. Farewell.
Johnny, don't touch the grave.
And we've all seen the Nathaniel Klansman one. Obviously, with the new one, I'd say those are her best works right now, is the Nathaniel Klansman and this new Ohio Fatty one for sure.
God.
his power, all his might. God won't put me here on this hill on earth. I tell you, he didn't wake up. He just kept on sleeping. I just stand behind him and watch this man's last moment here on this earth. He didn't even see it coming.
I'm still unemployed. Not anymore. Shout out. Shout out. Oh, and then I need to go back. Now it is time. Now it is time. Internet versus Idubbbz apology. What did they have to say? I always forget what his name is. Chandler, Christopher, something like that.
The other day, Idubbbz put out a video on his YouTube channel titled Apologizing to Ethan, where in it he gives a bit of his...
I realized too, I never actually read the comment that Ethan left. We watched the apology yesterday. For those who haven't seen it, it's not really necessarily worth watching too much. He does all right in the beginning, and then as it continues slowly, it just starts feeling more and more sarcastic. I don't think it's meant to be, but it's things like him saying that he realized how heinous it could be, and it's like, aren't you the empathy guy? Like, come on. Like, there's like a lot of like reasons that it just kind of didn't really make sense. But you know, the head's been filled with a lot of air for a while, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot. But Ethan did reply saying, "Hi, Ian. I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. 15K likes. Pinned by Idubbbz TV."
thought process leading up to and during the time when he showed Destiny's message on screen, where Destiny is falsely accusing Ethan Klein of doing things to his children that ended up earning Idubbbz a defamation lawsuit from Ethan Klein. As I said, Idubbbz goes over some of his thought process, but also issues an apology to both Ethan, Ela, and his kids. And some took it with sincerity and others not, but Ethan ended up responding to the video, saying that he is instructing his attorneys to drop the lawsuit. But there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Idubbbz apology. It starts when, of course, Idubbbz posted the apology himself on his page, and here is a clip from that apology. The whole thing will be linked in the description, but here is that.
Basically, Ethan is suing me for having rebroadcasted a statement made by Destiny on my stream. I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said that I don't agree with it, but it sort of highlights how I knew that it was a wrong thing to put out there into the universe and show people. You know, regardless of the point I was making, it was wrong. I was angry, and I was like, how do I get this guy to, one, not clip me, not mock me and harass me on his live stream, and two, This guy's a fuck.
I also like that. I guess I don't think I said this in the original when we were watching it yesterday. Low-key, that statement almost confirms the defamatory nature in some aspect, because you were doing it purely for the purpose of like it being heinous and like wanting it to be to avoid like future criticism from him by saying something so crazy that he won't even by showing something so crazy that he won't even want to talk about it. Like something that you knew was untrue. I don't know, very very bizarre all around, I guess.
Fucking bully. I'm angry. I'm angry.
I also thought this aspect was weird too, because I think he's going to lose a lot of favor from the Snark community, obviously, and it's not as though he will gain any favor from the H3 community. So it was kind of a lose-lose situation here, for sure.
That this multimillionaire is silencing people and suing people who have a much smaller audience than he does, and can barely defend themselves. And so I'm angry. I don't like bullies, so I wanted to do something that would have an impact, and without checking in with myself of whether or not that was a right or wrong thing to do. I justified it in my head at the time. I was like, okay, well, it's not my words, and it's actually said by a really bad guy.
Also, those 2 points kind of contradict each other. Were you doing it because you wanted him to avoid him continuing to bully and harass you, or because you wanted to defend these other people? I guess they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, but I feel like they are very separate. They're very separate ends to have the same means.
Destiny, not a fan of that guy. It's very clear that it was never the right thing to do. It was a comment about Ethan and his children, and it was disgusting. I said at the time in the stream that I don't agree with it, but still sharing it and broadcasting it to people for 40 minutes, that was an irresponsible and reckless thing to do. Especially for parents. Like there are many parents with kids out there who do not want to see that shit, and it's painful. And I'm sure it was extremely painful for Ethan and Hila to read that shit and have it.
He just said there's, I guess he just means people watching it, like parents watching it. I don't know. I just, for a second, I was like, does he think kids are watching his stream?
Pop up again and again and again. And just because it's coming from a piece of shit guy, and I'm showing it to people, like, look what this piece of shit said. It's wrong. It's wrong to do. And I didn't come to this overnight.
Again, I thought that point was probably the most, like, genuine that... I thought it was the most genuine point that he made, and also completely... I think is him showing his ass, because it's a perfect illustration. What he was doing was the equivalent of like a kid in school going around with like a picture of a historic like a lynching or something from the Jim Crow South, and going, look at this, oh my god, look how crazy that is, isn't this so fucked up, that's so crazy. It's like again, it's not as directed, but it's clear that while you are not agreeing with what is being done, you are trying to like farm this outrage in some regard.
Right? Like, to be frank, I'm angry. I do not like Ethan. I think he's doing a lot of damage to people online.
I also thought that was funny. Why did he sound so emotional there?
Do not like Ethan. I think he's doing a lot of damage to people online.
I do not like Ethan. I think he's doing a lot of damage to people online. It's like really breathy. He's doing a lot of breathing there. I do not like Ethan.
And it changed the way that I was thinking about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't ground myself. I didn't think about, like who is actually being affected in this instance. And Ethan's family and his kids are being affected. I just because I don't like Ethan, I think it's wrong to find an attack vector that is his kids. It's It's foul. It's not okay. And I think it was wrong for me to use the Destiny screenshot as a cudgel to make my point. I didn't need to use the Destiny screenshot to make my point. There's a million other ways I could have done it, but I didn't. And I regret that I didn't, and I regret that I ever put that screenshot on my live stream. You know, that's the main reason why I feel like I do need, for myself, for my soul, to own up to this and acknowledge that I went too far. It wasn't okay. Ethan and Hila and their family do not deserve that. And this isn't a message I want to spread. So I'm sorry to Ethan and Hila and your family. You guys didn't deserve that. I'm going to think about all of this a lot more, I'm sure.
And over on the YouTube video itself, various people left comments, like Kovek Dargan, who says, empathy levels increasing. Evan KO2 says, Filthy Frank got out at exactly the right time. Joe Fipa says, should have done this video in a Dragon VTuber model. Crimson Camisado says, I used to make fun.
Oh yeah, it shouldn't have been Ian apologizing. It should have been the whatever the fuck. Was he the Scorched Lagoon? Whatever.
Of my mom for watching TV gossip about celebrities. Now I'm watching YouTube slop drama. How the turntables. Then Thought Mobile posted the apology on the H2H2 production subreddit with a caption, Idubbbz apologizes to Ethan, and Historical Highway replies, he heard Ethan say he'd drop the suit for an apology and said bet, and Suffix replies, probably saw how much the retainer for a proper attorney would be and realized how many pairs of electric socks he'd have to return to make that up. And Transparent Name says, yeah, most Canadian lawyers are at least 3 pairs of electric socks per hour. Very expensive indeed. Nice Rabbit replies to the thread by saying, not worthless, but not good. Obviously, it's good he acknowledged how disgusting that was to do, but it feels completely hollow against the months of jokes about CPS that his newfound audience participates in, and he, from my admittedly limited perspective, seems to at least think is funny. Also, framing it like he's mad at Ethan for trying to silence criticism. Bro, everyone on the fucking internet disagrees with Ethan at this point. Most folks seem to want Israel gone. Noah intentionally misrepresented his views. Dinums hijacked and live-streamed the content nuke at launch alongside Frogan and Caseytron, and specifically stated their intent to be a market replacement. I really don't know how that can be talked around.
Am I higher? Did chat love this apology yesterday? Here's the one question. Is my take consistent? Because then it'll tell you if chat's switching up.
And your Velcro cat says, I didn't really see him explaining exactly why it was wrong, honestly.
No, I remember people, I think it was split. I remember people saying that they wanted to believe that he's telling the truth, but like it's hard to believe anything he says at this point. I feel like that was the consensus that we kind of reached.
Classified it as a careless misstep rather than unethical and dangerous. And Sociology Swag.
Okay, so that's kind of the split then. You either think that it's real and bad, that it's a genuine apology and really bad, or it's an ungenuine apology and it was like serviceable. But I think it's more of the former. I don't think it's very serviceable.
Says the closest he got in the apology as for a why is their kids are being affected by this, but very vague, not specifying and talking about the wrongdoing. I was weaponizing his kids and harming them as a result. Ghost Brain Online replies to the thread by saying,
honestly, I don't know if he means it either. See, I think I was saying this, I think on some level it might have been like the conversation with Charlie, like hammering it in a little bit. Like I don't think that he was like, you need to apologize to Ethan, man. It would really do a good thing. But I think that part of it was probably just like hearing somebody else be like, well, there were skulls sent to his house, so I don't know.
Ian admits overtly to showing that message because he was angry and wanted to.
We could do a fun poll on this.
Hurt Ethan because he believed Ethan was bad, despite knowing those things were untrue. Bold to admit all that while repeating everything else you've said in bad faith without any reasoning or evidence. And OP replies, yeah, admitting you did it out of anger because you think someone is a millionaire bully does not help your defense in a defamation case, lol. Witchblade says, so he was angry at Ian for being a bully for defending himself. So he had decided to lie about him abusing his children. Makes a lot of sense. He deserves the worst. Amber's Nugget says, I'm sorry I did something so disgusting, but Ethan is a mean millionaire bully, wah. What's even the point of this apology. He already used this talking point before to justify what he did. This dude has not learned a single thing. Hope Ethan never drops the lawsuit. And Skitty Skittle replies, yeah, it's disappointing. I give him an overall B- on the apology. It's annoying that he only made it to escape a lawsuit, but I do think he generally, at a bare minimum, explained himself and his thought process as to why he did something so disgusting. If Ian actually followed the apology with a personal apology by calling Ethan and Hila privately, then I would update the B- to a solid B. Over on Leftovers H3, Downtown Fishing also posts the Idubbbz video, and Matilda Rose replies, Ian is such a good dude, and unequivocally maybe replies, if there's a shred of decency left lingering inside of Ian in the wake of yesterday's tragedy, he will reevaluate his fucking life today. He has become a paranoid recluse who has pushed away every positive person he used to know. It has cost him so much. He turned down the last invitation Oliver ever sent him because he's basically become a shut-in over the past 3 years. Oliver hadn't come on the show.
Okay, I couldn't think of how to word this poll, so this is how it's going. Idubbbz 3Bs. Idubbbz apology is genuine but bad, not genuine but good enough, all bad, or I don't care. I don't think anyone thinks that it's a good, like a all around good apology. We've got to start adding the I don't care option though. I think Tamara's right, because the other day we did it and it was like half of the votes, but then the rest of the votes, it was split pretty well, like amongst the rest of the poll. So I was like, okay, maybe that is necessary.
Years either, because of what Ethan has been doing and putting out in the world. If he wasn't this guy, the angry litigious bully, maybe he wouldn't have missed out on chances to spend time with a guy he clearly cared for. Now there's no more chances. Ethan can choose to be a better person, the kind of person Oliver Tree would have wanted to spend time with again. Staying this course now will prove his soul is fully rotted, and his hate has consumed every last bit of good inside him, in my opinion. Matilda Rose replies, that's what I've always wanted. I've sort of lost all hope for him though. Impressive Big replies to the clip by saying, this makes Ethan look like a fucking terrorist. He's just got people apologizing at financial gunpoint, and it isn't the look he thinks it is. I hope everyone points and laughs at Ethan like they should. And LP Chagrin says, so if a troll doesn't accept it, continue with his lawsuit and continue harassing and making fun of Idubbbz online, Idubbbz can use it against Ethan to show that this lawsuit is not about defamation but harassment. An Impressive Big says, I'm guessing that's the 40 chess move here. Don't feed your dogs cheese, it says, everything in me wants to yell about this, but in the end of
yes,
this—
Idubbbz. Everyone knows the Grand Master of 40 chess.
Stops a multiple year-long bullshit court case for Ian and Anissa, then whatever. Fuck Ethan and Hila, man. And Piano Teach says, my money is E is going to say it's not good enough and he is still suing. I hope Ethan proves me wrong. And Rocco replies, I agree.
People talk shit about Ethan all the time and they have the right to. That's not why Ethan was suing him. It was because of the one specific heinous accusation and he apologized about that. Poorly, but you know. Don't they like terrorists? Fair point, fair point. No, but I think that's true, that, and that's why I think for Ethan, he would probably say that the apology was serviceable, even if he wasn't necessarily being super genuine in it and like didn't mean every single word and was clearly trying to save face by being like, I also really hate Ethan. Ethan's a bad guy. He's messing things up for other creators. Like adding all of that in was clearly him trying to like retain favor from the snark communities and stuff. But I don't know how well that's going to work, to be honest.
The problem is Idubbbz seems to be coming at this as a thoughtful human, considering his own errors. Ethan is a bull in a china shop, blaming everyone else for every action he's ever done. I think this does exactly two things. One, provide Ethan and an IDF secretary with content to shit on him. And two, help feed other right-wing slop creators with more drama to slop in. Edit, do want to say I think
exactly, Cruz. The only person whose opinion on it, if it was genuine or not, that matters is Ethan. And he accepted it and dropped the lawsuit. LMFAO. Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's kind of where we are at the end of the day. We can argue, and that's the thing. I think that we can just talk about what it means for our view on the future of Ian. Because I think that for Ethan, it means he'll probably drop it for now. Nothing much to talk about. What's he going to look at Idubbbz stream some more? Not a whole lot to talk about there. There's less to talk about there than Moses cooking videos. But it just, you know, it's a pullback. It's not a full stoppage. Like I was saying this yesterday too, that like, it's not like all of a sudden all the people from the H3 streams will be like, Idubbbz is actually such a funny creator. And if I did see people start saying that, you know, guys, I actually went and checked out one of Idubbbz's streams and I think we might have had it all wrong. They're actually pretty good. I would be like, dude, That's when I'd start looking at everybody a little funny. I'd be like, okay, guys, what's going on? But I don't see that happening. And I think that's why, I think Idubbbz also thought that, and that's why he tried to retain at least a bit of the like Hassan snark type audience, instead of trying to like appeal to H3 fan base.
Idubbbz is sincere and truly felt like showing that was a gross overstep. And to both points, fair. He's still going to be the target of Ethan on his broadcasts, as Ethan insults his wife and all the intimate parts of her body, and sends harassment campaigns his way. It's a real rock and a hard place when dealing with absolute awful people like Ethan, because doing the right thing often isn't the right move, as they'll maliciously use it against you. Coach McGurk says, "You can't make me believe his comment sections aren't botted or something."
Yeah, nah, bro, they're trash. Nah, his streams are trash. Yeah, they're very bad.
In 5 minutes, and there's already over 100 comments all saying incredibly fucking vile shit. I will never understand why he inspires such vitriolic hatred. And a seatbelt says, because he made the worst fans who thought saying the N-word was funny, and he had the audacity to grow up and regret being an asshole, while his fans never changed. Over on r/I miss the old Ida.
And so yeah, it's like any type of like the old Idubbbz coming back and then put like again like stopping that will also get a hatred from that fan base as well, from the people that miss the old Idubbbz, because there does seem to be like a hate watch community of snarkers that watch Idubbbz and hate him because they miss the old Idubbbz and that whole like idea. And so I think that also is like something that he's having to work against right now.
Idubbbz Jabam also posts the video of Ian apologizing, and Mark Cox replies, "Amazing timing for Mr. Dubbbz." And Come on the Wall 69 says, "His empathy meter really filled up once the lawyers came knocking." Goss says, "I'm sorry for punching you in the face, but you were being a jerk." Another non-apology. And Woody Mountain says, "Ironically, falsely and publicly accusing someone of in today's day and age is worse than punching them in the face." Yeats also posts Idubbbz apology, saying Idubbbz apologizes to Ethan, Ela, and the Klein family, and Elephant Bridge replies, "Idubbbz is the bully. He literally tried to get Ethan's kids taken from him, and then he tried to imply he was his own kids." The reframing like Idubbbz is a victim when he's the instigator is hilarious. Fuck him and his ugly fat wife.
Jesus
and Ted Bradley
Christ.
says, "What the hell are you talking about?"
This is what I mean, and it's like on X, on fucking Kiwi Farms, on 4chan. It's so odd to me, these like fucking weird like Puritans that are like these degenerate Puritans that want like, you know, for me but not for thee type of thing. For me but not for the. It's so odd. Because they'll say the most heinous, vile, evil shit, but then act like they get to decide where the like ground rules are set. What lines are considered too far. Yeah, a little misogyny on top of it all. It's like, before that, we could have just left it. You just added that on for no reason at the end.
No streamer had anything to do with CPS. Yes, some streamers played clips from Ethan's public podcast where he discussed his
just my opinion, he's not that bad looking, at least in that vid. It's sad that his wife doesn't want to have kids with him based off looks alone. To be honest, I think Idubbbz's biggest problem isn't that he's super ugly. It's that he's trying to appeal to what like Anissa wants him to look like. And this is all speculation. Again, I don't know the intricacies of their relationship. Maybe this is just the way he wants to look. But I feel like when he's styling himself, it's he knows how he looks. But there's clearly like I just thought about this. Like for most of his career, most of like I don't know if he got LASIK eye surgery or something, but he has glasses. Like he wears glasses. And I feel like that part, like he looks like somebody that should wear glasses. And I feel like it is just about how you style yourself. It's about the knowing your own body and the ways that you should kind of make dress yourself up. Everybody can look good and everybody can look bad. It's all about what you wear and how you present yourself.
the CPS being called.
Yeah, bigotry is the substitute to punctuation on Twitter, basically. But even odder to me is like even more odd is that disconnect though, how they for some reason want to do this purity testing while being so vile. being such a bigot, but then wanting to decide that other people are worse than them. Because, like, be a piece of shit all you want, but, like, you should acknowledge that. I'm a piece of shit. I do bad things because it's what I want to do. I don't care about anyone else. Like that, I can at least respect that. I go to the store and I steal stuff, I break stuff, I do whatever. Like, someone's doing that and saying that, it's like, okay, that's their prerogative. It's when they expect other people to, like, allow them to do it that it becomes an issue for me. It's when they get mad at people and are like, why are you acting like this? And start, like, you know, becoming a big baby about not being allowed to be a bad person. Be a bad person and then die on that hill. That's the way it should go. Yeah, they have no self-awareness. All it takes is a little bit.
Wherever you're getting your info from, man, you gotta drop the slop. Lies. And Elephant Bridge says, the only reason CPS was called is because the streamers are trying to paint Ethan and Hila as bad parents. TJ Cornflakes replies to the clip by saying, Idubbbz, no, don't give these goals a fucking inch. And Fuzi says, not 1 inch, even at expense of someone's kids. And TJ says, fuck Ethan and his kids.
I mean, he didn't give him an inch, he sold. He gave it to him.
Zion quotes the clip by saying, all those people that were flaming me just a couple days ago saying that I was wrong for my position, and now Ian literally highlights my exact points that leaving that type of comment up for over 40 minutes was done with malicious intent. Thus, it was defamation regardless of whether you say you don't believe it.
Oh, it's Repzion. He's the Onision guy.
Right when people tell me I'm wrong. Then if you actually go over to the YouTube post,
I always get him and Repzilla mixed up.
Ethan has posted a response that was pinned by Idubbbz, where Ethan says to drop I've instructed. Unusable footage says, who up instructing the attorney right now? Then this comment gets posted on Yeet with the caption, Ethan Klein agrees to drop his lawsuit after Idubbbz apology video. Here is the comment, and Tectone replies, it's okay to silence people who are falsely insinuating you of crimes, especially ones like your children. Go fuck yourself, Ian. And Karisu replies, Destiny made that comment, Tone, not Ian. Hey, your stupid is showing. MAGA for Life replies to Eid by saying, Idubbbz is full stop going to get false accusations from Anissa when she gets bored, and nobody is going to
You know, Tectone might be a rapist, but a broken clock is right twice a day, right? It does suck when it's like that's the person that you have defending you. It's like, can you just shut the fuck up and go away? Can you, like, not say anything about the subject, like, at all? It would help, actually, a ton.
defend him because he kind of deserves it. 13 Flags replies to the post by saying, people are coping like H3H3 hasn't always been charitable and reasonable. These far left people only hate him for marrying an Israeli. Tipster quote tweets it by saying, I guarantee
a 10-year protective order against her ex-partner John Tectone Robertson after finding reasonable grounds for sexual assault and probable cause for stalking. Okay, so he sexually assaulted her, not rape. I'm using the rape as a colloquialism. F's? Are we back? I think we're back. Ooh? We back? It could be my internet low-key, but I think we're fine now. Right? How's the internet treating you? Not very well. We're trying to get it in order. It's a YouTube struggle where I don't think it's necessarily it's not like the internet goes out. It ends up dropping a little bit, and then it'll be a connection issue between the stream service to YouTube. We're back. But I was using rape as a colloquialism. Tectone is he was found reasonably, it was found that there was reasonable grounds to grant a restraining order based on accusations of sexual assault. You see how that just takes too long? Calling him a rapist is like it's a colloquialism. That's the new way to get out of defamation. That was all colloquialism. It means something different in my neighborhood.
from Ethan, but it was 100% self-interested capitulation. The lawsuit against Idubbbz was the most unpopular one. Only when Charlie criticized Ethan did he offer an olive branch. So Ian avoids the lawsuit and Ethan saves face. Ultimately, this proves what a few people have been saying for a year now. Ethan wouldn't be as litigious if he didn't have blanket support. The social precedent against petty lawsuits may not have been destroyed, and we may never have gambled with fair use. And Foreign Agent says, olive branch was always there. Casey Tron took it months ago. Don't be disingenuous. That, in addition to passing of a close friend, would result in Ethan being more open to a resolution like this. And Dickers says, you think Casey by saying, this is great news and I think Ethan did the right thing. I am now in full support of every active H3 lawsuit. The culture of moving toward the legal system as remedy will also immediately end once people return discourse back to normal. Less lying, less buzzword spam, less extreme dehumanization.
Oh, this is not me. This is YouTube. This is YouTube. I'm not seeing any. Here, I'll show you guys. Everything's fine on my end. No dropped frames, no nothing. This is a YouTube issue now. Okay. Maybe try refreshing the page and see if that helps. I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's on my end. This might literally be a YouTube issue. Not getting it on other streams, Cap'n? What the fuck's the real issue then? When I refreshed earlier, it would lag so much. Has this been consistent the whole time? It's not showing me any issues. Here, let me try and connect it. Let me try and reconnect maybe. Maybe that will help. 1 second. The streams should stay live. The stream should stay live.
More bandwidth, please.
YouTube sulking and forking. Sulking and forking. Just a little bit. Thank you so much for the $10. Scroll Ray. I hope that you can see this. I hope that we're back. Are we back? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yes, if we did, it's one of those ones where we got basically like the month free, and then we can send it back if it's not working. So if it's not working properly, I moved the modem a little bit. Low key kind of messed up. It's gotta be facing the tower and gotta be doing all this stuff. It's so stupid. I've just joined. You have a lower frame rate cam. I don't know what else. No. Behaving like Israel right now. It's all YouTube. Oh, now we fully dropped. Now it is an issue. Now I can see it on my end. What is going on? Internet, no. Come on. Did we have this issue on Monday? Yes or no? Because I had the same internet on Monday, and I'm wondering what the issue actually is, because it's going crazy right now. Let's do an internet speed test. And let's see. Cotton 144p, I'm telling you. I just need to change my output to like 480p and maybe that'll help. Come on, come on, come on. Hup, 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 hup. When you put hup, hup, it just says come on over and over again. Oh my god, thank you so much for the 10 Captain Quasar gifted memberships. Oh my god, thank you. Literally, thank you so much. Biggest goat. There's not many streamers that I would stick around for the technical difficulties. like this hit, LMAO, but I have all the patience for you for some reason. I really do appreciate it. You're all gold. You're all golden, truly. Is it back now? Are we good? It's showing me on my end that we're okay. My internet over here is showing two bars instead of the 3 that it was showing before. Kowalski, analyze. I don't think so. Hope this helps the connection. I don't know. Look it up. Google it. Will memberships help my internet connection? Yes? No? Possibly. Okay. Okay. We're good. I think we're good right now. We just need to make it to the end. Still no title or thumbnail. They're starting in 30 minutes. We just need to make it to the end.
Less mob/witch hunt culture, less communities built around hate. If you're part of these spaces propagating that culture, you have the power to make it stop. A good start would be banning Leftovers H3 and as such any snark subreddits. This sort of cult-like, hate-fueled, incestuous echo chambers don't have a place on the mainstream internet. Go back to Kiwi Farms. Over on our livestream fail, Champion Times also posted the comment that Ethan left on Ian's video with the caption H3 drops his lawsuit after Idubbbz makes an apology video, and Firm Telephone says, "A sad day for the lawyers." And Dr. Cochter says, "A sad day for the unemployed too." And Karma replies, "Happy day for the employed. They aren't watching, but they randomly felt happiness." And Klesamara says, "Hello, yes, this is one of the employed. This is to show receipts at the dopamine heads. Please do not reply as we are working. Thank you." Evanly Official says, "Is an apology all dude wanted?" And 1171151011411009710 says, "I mean, he literally said he would drop it for an apology. So yes." And Ben Cap replies, "People acting like Ethan just folded as if this isn't exactly what a cease and desist is. Ian could have done this a month ago and avoided the lawsuit, but he thought Ethan was bluffing." And just smurfing around says, "Ian could have apologized months ago when Ethan first started saying all he wanted was for a friend to have his back, not a stab at. This is all Ethan has been asking for since the beginning." OK Temperature says, "This is all Frogan had to do too, wasn't it?" And Slurping Lorp says, "Basically yes." He also said,
well, I mean, it's literally make an apology or be forced to make an apology, through litigation as like part of the settlement.
The offer was up for Noah Samson as well. And Norbound Wolf says, "I highly doubt Noah would ever even consider apologizing for his disgusting behavior, and I genuinely think he derives pleasure from his actions based on everything he has said and done."
Well, plus he has soulless eyes. See, that's why I was going to say, I don't think Noah has pleasure in his life at all. I don't think he feels pleasure. I don't think he knows what pleasure is.
Plus, he has soulless eyes. Over on Leftovers H3, Inflation Business posts the comments.
I will say, Connor always pulls from like the most random sources. That is classic user score. Wow, that didn't make any sense because it's also a backslash. Classic user backslash 117115101114111. Exactly. It's always that.
That Ethan left as well, with the title Idubbbz apologizes and Ethan forgives him, and Bigwig says forgives him, and OP says I should have done that lol, and Dat Baby Doe says it's okay girl, we're all trying to be good faith here because Jesus fucking Christ, if this keeps going we're all going to lose our mind. And Audie Santos says I hope Ethan deletes all his Anissa photos on his phone now. Peachy says I'm curious to know why this apology is deemed genuine compared to Ian's initial apology. Ethan Klein is an actual fucking joke. And Solid Estate says you know why. Moist Critical did 2 whole videos calling it bullshit and he lost Diorio. He's finally met the moments where this bullshit lawyers keep selling him and does nothing for him. And it's so obvious even he can understand that. And Pichu says it's just funny because I think if anything, Ian added more comments in this one about Ethan being an asshole and judging his character more than the initial one. You'd think that'd make Ethan's petty ass not accept this one farther. But I think that actually just farther proves Ethan's only doing this to try and save face, which just isn't going to work out for him anyway. Any goodwill he had was left behind long, long ago. Civil Cream said,
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Ethan's only doing this to save face, which is why which just isn't going to work out for him. It's why none of this has worked out right. None of this has gone in his favor at all. The Casey Tron hasn't gone in his favor. Frogan hasn't gone in his favor. The only one that's like really in question is Denim's. That's literally it. And if everybody's gonna hinge on this, like, oh, look at vexation, litigation, blah, 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 like all this different stuff based on this singular Denham's case being like, well, he extended way too far. Come on, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves.
To work out for him anyway. Any goodwill he had was left behind long ago. Civil Cream said,
Man, I bet Oliver passing has made Ethan think about wasting time. Hope everyone can just move on from this drama. Yeah, I think that's probably something that's weighed on his mind for sure, especially with Ian being an old friend. Like, I'm sure that aspect probably was something that he might have thought about too, you know what I mean? Like, obviously it's been a while since they've been friends at this point, but you know, that still would cross my mind. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, just something to think about. But the other thing that I wonder if, like, because Ethan didn't speak about it too much, he just posted it in that post that Dan read and that Ethan put on Twitter about how the last message that Oliver sent to him was asking him to come to like a thing, like come to an event that he wasn't able to make it to. And yeah, it's like, yeah, I could totally understand it being like just an idea, you know, thinking about lost time and losing more time that you could spend with people that you love. Lost time and money.
Says,
it's been steady since the gifties, so I think that did it. I'm knocking on wood. Fingers crossed, knocking on wood. Keep it good. Keep it good.
He's done talking about him and Anissa, or
Good morning from across the pond. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Still going to snark at them almost every pod. And
Good
sorry,
day.
you're mad.
Is it midday yet? Yes.
Replies, he might stop commenting on Ian as much, but he has a lot of very strong feelings about everything Anissa does, so I'd be very surprised if that stops. Over on r/H3H3 Productions, Blue Enchiladas posted the comment as well, saying Ethan dropping lawsuit versus Idubbbz, and Princey Bunny says, I'm just surprised he finally said Ela's name. And Kingpin Crazy says, who's Ela and does Ethan's wife know of her? And Sharp Mix replies, is this Ethan guy Ela's husband? Sword to Fantastic says, the comments on his video are insane. People are just too comfortable being racist. And Dice Hands replies, I left some comments telling Ian that he should help shut down this type of behavior in his community. I doubt he will, but it would be nice if he called out those that are just being blatantly racist and hateful.
I didn't see
the
that.
apology doesn't mean shit if he just continues to let his community snark out and harass Ethan and his family. No, he doesn't have to make it his life mission to put an end to every bad
People
thing.
just being like, controlled by the Jews once again. Here, let me just scroll down a bit. I'm confused. Does this mean this Trader for Moose is open now? I think so. Uninstall the internet. Let me maybe sort by new. Hi, Dubs. I've been watching you since I was a kid. I grew up a long time ago. I have a family and children set. And I think it's time you grow up with us, like your audience, and learn to take responsibility for your actions. I think you fully understood what you did, and trying to apologize now, only when you're backed into a corner, is a very pathetic sight. I wasn't expecting it to turn like that. I thought he was being like somewhat nice, like kind of talking down to him a little bit, but really just being like, actually, you're super pathetic as well. See, it's funny like this too. A good example of pick your battles. Sometimes it's not worth the headache. Like that's all. It's all cope. Like everybody's just, you can cope all day and that's fine. Live in your cope. That works too. But at least like actually try and be productive and move forward and actually try and like, you know, succeed in some regard rather than just literally like beating a dead horse. It's unnecessary.
thing his stupid chatters say, but speaking out against those with the most vicious shit will help everyone heal. Intertextonics says Ethan was suing because of the statement on his stream, not because of Ian's opinion of him. Ian apologized to Ethan, Ela, and their children for what he did. I respect Ethan for keeping his word and dropping the suits. Ian can keep hating Ethan, but apologizing for his bad actions was the right thing to do for him as a person and for his legal situation. I'd hope he'd learn and become a better person. And Ilpound says this, it will be good for
The
Ethan.
Strait is open, actually. Tentatively, though. Fair. Hadn't thought about that.
It's mental too to be able to let one of these painful
The idea of that? Well, I'm considering it.
moments go. I hope he finds peace with this. I Got the Power says, perfect day to apologize when Ethan is sentimental and vulnerable as fuck. Ian is disingenuous, but let's leave this cockroach in the past now. And Sam Balam says, life's too short to spend more energy on him. Let him fade into the obscurity he's earned. Limp Document says, Ethan's better than I am because I want Ian sued to oblivion. And Nicole Ariel says, if you feel that way to the point where you want his entire life ruined, then you're just a snarker and you don't want to admit it. And Star Spiker says, if I were a parent and someone knowingly and publicly baselessly accused me of my own children, yeah,
Why are we pretending court-ordered apologies mean anything? This wasn't a court-ordered apology. I'm pretty sure it was explicitly stated that it wasn't.
to sue them into oblivion too. That's not snarker mentality. Ethan
We were just talking about cope, so thank you, Aaron Levy. I appreciate it.
Opted to let it go instead after Ian's apology. And Bob's Lakehouse says, so Ethan should sue Destiny. And Star Spiker replies, there's a nuance to the situation that you're willfully ignoring. Regardless, it's moot now since Ethan is dropping the suits. And Bob's Lakehouse says, I mean, who actually accused him? And Limp Document says, do you actually watch the show or are you just here to argue? Ethan explained why he was suing Ian, not Destiny, for this in great detail several times. And All We're Taken says, whatever Ethan said is kind of irrelevant. Star Spiker should be in favor of suing Destiny. If I were a parent and someone knowingly and publicly baselessly accused me of my own children, yeah, I'd want to sue them into oblivion too. These are their words. And Star Spiker says, defamation laws work differently here than they do in Canada, where Ian is located. Suing Destiny, who is in the United States, would have been pointless, because it would have likely been thrown out relatively quickly, especially since Destiny had already retracted his statements. Ian, on the other hand, Ethan had a much greater chance of winning. You know all that though. Anissa then makes a tweet seeming to reference the situation where she says, please do not apply US laws to the Canadian courts. Canada's legal system encourages genuine self-reflection and earnest apologies. Please trust that what is being done is what feels right. Ian's apology was also not done to avoid the lawsuit. It was done because he
I'm sure the lawsuit had nothing to do with this apology. Honestly, Idubbbz is so pathetic, it's hard to hate him. I feel sorry for him. That good for you. You know, you're a very kind person for that. And good job moving the goalpost. Like what? First it was court ordered. Now it's, well, he did it because of the lawsuit. Well, no shit. What? Like that doesn't, what? Grass is green, water is wet. We literally have a poll up about if we think it's genuine or not. If we like, and it sounds like you should be voting that you don't care. So yeah, let's keep it moving.
he felt like it was something he wanted to do for himself. And Adrian says, why can't you just zip your lips? Ian made his apology. Ethan accepted it and will be dropping the lawsuit. Why in the world do you feel the need to speak for Ian when he already did himself in the video? Jesse Duddy says, are you an expert in Canadian law? In addition to firearms, nutrition, and kinesiology? The Sky Has Fallen replies to Anissa by saying, biggest cope of the day. Canadian laws is what fucked you. Ian would have been unsuable if he was in America. Litigation is only proceeding because you're in Canada. Ains
You are
Overlord
really
replies
smart
to
and charismatic. I think it's why so many viewers are in here. It's why you're in here, Aaron.
Anissa by saying, my question is, why didn't you apologize as well? Because you have said heinous stuff to him as well. Why should it only be Idubbbz apologizing? Because you have said a shit ton of stuff to Ethan and his family. You should have apologized as well. And Dr. Skimbo says, why hasn't Ethan ever apologized for accusing her of having with a minor, endlessly harassing her, speculating on their life, or talking about cucking her? Felted Imp screenshots this post by Anissa with the caption, Idubbbz releases an apology video. Anissa copes and seethes about...
Wait, is that actually what it is? Okay. I thought you were being serious that the episode was titled Forgetting Ian Joma. Yeah, I'm dropping the lawsuit. Apologizing to Ethan. They did, oh look, they did the little cutout with his chin. Perfect.
about Canada's superior apology-based legal system. It's total Joma destruction. And Stars Shrapnel says, in 2 months, they'll take another swing at H3's kids, and we'll be right back here again. And Felted Imp says, I hope they never learn, with a gif of Homer saying, please, please, please. Over on the Leftovers H3, CGA Per
Oh, I
posts
forgot to
this.
check. Did they do AI Ethan today? Not that bad. It's definitely like an AI smoothing or something that Love's doing. It's not as bad today.
On clip of the reaction to the Idubbbz apology with the caption Hassan's take on Idubbbz apology to Ethan.
Ian's apology was not done to avoid the lawsuit. It was done because he felt like it was something he wanted to do for himself. Yeah, I can see that. In any case, you know, I obviously disagree with it. I don't think he should have apologized for it. But if he felt the need that he wanted to apologize for showing someone else's comments, Ian has said this 2 other times already. It's just after the Moist vid, Ethan said he wanted a sincere one and he would drop the suit. Ugh, gross.
Damage to people online, and it changed the way that I was thinking about.
Like, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting to me that Ethan Klein runs around and like gets to manipulate other people's behavior like this, like where he just gets to behave like a petulant child, a sociopath, where he's just like, apologize to me again a 3rd time, and maybe I'll consider dropping the lawsuit.
I mean, this is just such a fucking, oh my God. It's so funny to me because it's like, that's literally what any normal person would do. Come on, I want you to apologize to me. Fine, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. It was fucked up, my bad. No, come on, say it like you mean it. Apologize to me for real. Like, it just seems like a pretty normal thing. You could say that maybe the argument would be that his first apology was like good enough, but I don't even think this new apology is necessarily good enough. So it's like that's all in question. It's just like the apology isn't for the person who's making the apology; it's for the person receiving it. So if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. That's kind of just how it works. You don't need to accept apologies either. It could be entirely genuine, 100% meant, and you don't have to accept it.
Bullying. You have a lot of money and you get to bully other people, and it's crazy that it's like in Idubbbz's situation, I'm sure this is sincere. I'm sure it was already sincere. This is the kind of guy he is, okay? Not the kind of guy I am, but this is the kind of guy he is.
And Jaking, he saved himself from a lawsuit while calling Ethan an asshole.
Trying to figure out this channel. What did I do, Aaron? What did I do wrong? I'm trying my best.
A bully. He is hopefully now free of this saga, and him and Anissa can be left alone. Nothing changes for Ethan though. He's still the same asshole and bully who sues the small creators, and also everyone knows that God called a by Epstein. And I'm on Reddit at work replies, and nothing changes for Ethan though, huh? It gives him so much credibility. People here forgot the majority who will see Ian's video have no clue about what's going on and how it was made under duress to avoid financial ruin because the US justice system is fucked. And
He's being sued in Canada, but also it's like it's just ridiculous. Oh no, it cut out again. No, no. Internet, why? Why are you doing this to me? Why do you hate me so? Give me back my bars. Give me back my internet. A little spanking to wake the modem up. No, it dropped again. Damn it. Got to start punching it. Really getting in there. We're back. We're good. Come on, start the show, guys. Please. Stop doing me so dirty.
He says, I don't think it does, although I haven't seen the apology yet. I think after Caseytron, people can see right through Troll's tactics, and fortunately it will mean that no one will talk about him, ever, for fear of litigation. That will be the final nail. And Elaine Kerr says, yeah, the damage is done. He can't take back what he did to piss people off. Ian's apology also won't help Ethan, because for the millionth time, until he sues Destiny for the statements, he's perceived by everyone as a coward. Trick Ad says, I think Ian and Anissa have been through enough at the hands of this dangerous bull.
Skull Ray, you are the
Look at the
best.
gifted sub.
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. You really are goated. Fingers crossed that gives me good luck. We're gonna get through the rest of this stream now. It pushes it. It pushes the bandwidth for sure. I asked Google.
They shouldn't have been sued in the first place, and they shouldn't have to waste their money defending themselves in an extremely stressful and expensive lawsuit. Ian has been very gracious to Ethan over and over again. This is why Ethan's a frivolous litigation works. It's a manipulative power play where he just wants to dominate another and control them. Ian and Anissa have minded their own business for a long time despite being harassed endlessly. The one time they respond, they are sued like this. If another apology from Ian is enough to satiate this creepy freak and free them from the bullshit, like hell yeah, do it. Ian deserves to play Wordle with his audience in peace. Meanwhile, we stay on Troll's throats with ongoing documentation. He is unraveling his life himself using his own platform, his own money, and his own words. Hopefully his disgusting response today about the passing of Oliver Tree will show his remaining fans how selfish and revolting he truly is.
What? Wait, they're trying. Wait, what? They're I'm like, wait. I need to. Hopefully, his disgusting response today about the pot. So they're talking about Ethan here. Hopefully, his disgusting response today about the passing of Oliver Tree will show his remaining fans how selfish and revolting he truly is, honoring the legacy of his friend by dedicating a whole show to him. I am just like so taken aback by that. Like, that is so outrageously insane. Been a good week. Been gone for a week. Shit hit the fan. Hope you good. Oh, I hope you're good too, Jarhead. We're doing all right. I finally moved. But doing all right. I'm sorry. This is just, yeah, snarkers are fucking nuts, dude. This actually was like, that's so insane to me. That's actually so insane. That's insanely delusional.
The Big Purple replies,
but thank you so much for the $2, Jarhead. I don't know if I said that. I hope you're doing well.
Saying, then I guess everyone that will end up in Ethan's crosshair for talking about him should just apologize and not fight back. Our side considers that a win, so don't worry. An impressive Big says, go give him your name, address, and comment history then. You don't have to have defamed him to get sued and sink 6 figures into defending yourself. See how principled you are then. Everyone is brave and moral when it's not their finances on the line. And a Big Purple says, this has to be the funniest bad faith argument so far, Lumafau. Why don't you ask me to run for office if I want to fix my country next? An impressive Big says, it's not a bad faith argument just because you don't like it.
This has to be the funniest bad faith argument so far. LMAO. Why don't you ask me to run for office if I want to fix my country next? If you want to fix your country, we know it isn't as simple as running for office, but getting involved in your local politics will actually have some kind of impact. Not immediately, but it will over the time. It's a trickle effect. You know, it's those dominoes. You got to start pushing.
It's a regular argument to counter your ridiculous.
If I hear Destiny one more time, I honestly have an ick now for Diorio with his "but Destiny" and YouTube bro code before kids. It's such a childish and stupid take. I can't. I honestly haven't heard that. I haven't heard that. See, there's recently one thing that's been bugging me too is I haven't heard that from Diorio. That's interesting. Papa Gut has been turning against Ethan a little bit recently too, because he thinks that Ethan is going soft on Asmongold. And I will say that the one criticism Papa Gut made, that Ethan is cycling through too many of the same topics, is fair, but I think that's also just because that's the topics that Papa Gut is going to look at. Like when he's talking about Idubbbz, when he's talking about Hassan, like why would Papa Gut care when they're talking about let's see, let's take a look. It has been drama, but like when they're talking about like Mr. Beast or Sykkuno or like other things, but his one criticism is that he's going too soft on Asmongold, and I don't think it was really like, I guess if the criticism is just that he doesn't talk about him enough, I guess that's fine, but I guess it's just not necessarily in the in the view right now. But I don't know. I think that the issue with that is just like, if you like, I know Papa Gut isn't the type of person to watch like the podcast all the way through, like watch every episode type thing. So I don't expect him to have like insight into what goes on in every episode, but I do find it interesting that that's his perspective, that they just it's too repetitive and that they're going too soft on Asmongold. Papa Gut, dad good. When you do Papa Gut, it comes out as dad good. That's so interesting. Yeah, Papa Gut falls into the trap of thinking Ethan is always talking about them, but as someone who watches, there will be long stints before they get brought up again. Yeah, and it's like with streaming multiple times per week, I could understand how it also feels long for us as like consistent viewers, but might feel short when it's like a 2-week span before they talk about like somebody again, and then it feels like it just happened again to like somebody who's watching more like less on release. He cares about what they cover because he wants to react and make money. Fair. People go hard on Asmon in a deranged way, talking about his parents. It's okay to show empathy sometimes, Jesus. Yeah, and I think it's also fair to be like, he's a racist, he does bad things. That's all fine too, but I feel like that's all like pretty obvious as well. It's not like something that Asmongold hides or is like secretive about. I think like someone like Nick Fuentes, it's easier to dogpile on because it's like he tries to be a little bit more underhanded and more sinister with the ways that he talks about things. But someone like Asmongold is kind of stupid and just basically says dumb racist talking points outright. So it's like there's not much to discuss other than just being like, this is clearly wrong, which is fine too if that's what you want to do. But I don't know. I guess for me, it's like Asmongold is a very big creator, but I almost feel like Asmongold is like a laughing stock in some regard. And that's a very maybe rude thing to say, but it's like, are there genuinely like a large percentage of his viewership that's going there for his hot takes? And those viewers are going to be a change in the world. I imagine they're little Asmongolds. You know what I mean? The unwritten rule or bro code argument. I'm sorry, Fupa Trooper. Did you say what the bro code argument was? The why don't you sue Destiny is such a brain dead take on so many levels. I don't understand why Diorio thinks it's such a good argument. Is that what you're talking about? Because yeah, I do think that that's dumb. Oh, is it that he has a bro code with Destiny to like not sue him? Yeah, I think that is kind of dumb. I think it's I mean, he made it clear why he was suing Idubbbz, and I think part of it's like it's been stated many times, you don't have to sue everybody that commits crimes against you. It's purely up to your like, how you feel. And if you feel like the slights done by one are more impactful than done by another, then that is completely your feelings. That's up to you. But also, I think one of the biggest arguments against these latest lawsuits is like the pettiness, like being like, oh, Ethan's being petty. And I guess that just breaks down to who likes Ethan being a petty bitch and who doesn't, which is like fair. That's fair if you don't like someone being petty. But I think that we all like a little bit of pettiness. You know what I mean? The bro code is just you don't sue other content creators ever, no matter what. I haven't seen that. Yeah. I think I've heard that. I don't think I heard that from Diorio. I forget who I heard say that, but that is a dumb argument. Yeah. Because it's like, there's clearly got to be standards set. Like just making it a pure anarchy seems ridiculous. Oh, I actually, you know what? I don't think I heard it outlined like that, but I think I did hear Diorio say, let things that happen on the internet stay on the internet or whatever. Or was that Charlie said that. Maybe Charlie said that too. But I think that is kind of a dumb argument, because it's like, obviously you're going to think that there's limitations. What if they're threatening me? What if they're making literal threats to my life? Oh, okay, then I could sue them. Well, that's clearly like an outlier. Okay, well, if there's outliers, then let's figure out what that limit is. At what point is it defined that it's okay to sue somebody, or is it just case by case, you get to decide what's okay? Destiny would just countersue. Ethan called him a pedo first, which is, yeah, that's true too. And I think Ethan did say that it'd be harder to sue Destiny in the United States. I don't think he said that specifically, but yeah, that's also a fair point. And also, I don't know, the impact and claim for damages, I think, would be smaller for Destiny in a Discord message. Wasn't that what it was? Wasn't it like a leak of a Discord message or something? Because I feel like the proof of those damages would probably be it'd be a lot harder to prove that, as opposed to a stream with views that you can like express, because it's more of like a would you be suing who posted it, who posted the leak? Would you be suing Destiny for private message, for semi-private public messages because they're in a Discord that's public? I don't know. It is interesting. But I also think, yeah, it's like, I think from the start I said that this was like a bit of a lesser case and was clearly more from like a petty point of a petty perspective from Ethan. And again, you can disagree with pettiness or you can agree with pettiness, and I think that's kind of where the disagreement kind of lies here. And I don't think it makes one person more it's basically like the altruistic thing, right? Of people being like, well, I wouldn't sue somebody over this. Well, I wouldn't do that. I think it's too far. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think that's basically what it comes down to.
Notion that ignores reality for moral purity. The idea that Ian should just face this multi-year, extremely expensive lawsuit all on his own for the sake of setting a standard is nice when it's not you doing it. So go ahead, big guy.
Look up Repsian's take on the lawsuit. He was 100% right. That's interesting, since we just saw the other thing. Repsian. Doesn't have any timestamps. Okay, I think he does it in the beginning though.
Anno, or whatever his name is. Those three people are the OGs of Firebat A-loggers. They're just always on top of it. I don't know how you guys do it, genuinely.
My daughter just asked if she could listen to the funny man who dances funny. She means Oliver Tree and is now listening to him. Good stuff. Let her listen to the song Cigarettes. That's a classic right there.
They back up and archive everything. So if I miss something, which I do most of the time because I'm not on the internet 24/7, they always have the backups and the archives. So just a shout out to the people who downloaded the videos and the live streams that they constantly delete. I appreciate you guys. Okay, I appreciate you because we're gonna last night. Okay, so I was last night after work. I was sitting on the toilet blowing my ass out because this is TMI, but I made myself homemade salsa. I just woke up and I had this I was craving homemade salsa. Fresh.
Is this what it's like when I'm streaming? I'm just rambling like this all the time. I'm realizing it now. Yeah, it's not really conducive with like content creation. My bad.
Produce, homemade salsa. So I went to the store. I bought 10 serrano peppers, 10 jalapenos, 6 onions, a bunch of Roma tomatoes, right? And I roasted them all up. and I made my own
I'm trying to hear this salsa recipe. 1 second.
Salsa. And wow, it was really, really, really a lot spicier than I thought it would. And so last night I made a tweet about this whole Ethan Klein suing Idubbbz.
What the fuck did that? Just a spicy salsa.
Thing. And the context is I was diarrhea exploding on the toilet when I was making this because I just don't take Twitter very seriously ever. And apparently I have rustled a lot of feathers because little did I know people were going to be so opinionated upon my stance on this issue, which is in support of H3's lawsuit against Idubbbz. Apparently, I'm the minority in this position, which I'll explain more here when we watch this, but I'm the minority in this position. A lot of people, moist critical, a lot of social commentary on YouTube are like, oh my God, H3 is suing Idubbbz. This is absolutely a frivolous litigation. He is just abusing his power. He wants
salsa versus pesto. That's the debate, I think.
Wants to fuck people's lives over blah, 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 whatever. We're going to watch the actual clip of H3 announcing this lawsuit. But you're going to get my opinion, which is not going to be the popular one, let me tell you right now. But yeah, so let's get into this. I made it before I'll just read my comment right here on screen. All right. It says, hell yeah. The moment you start spreading lies involving children and abuse, burn it all down. Absolutely justified, and I hope Ethan wins. Accusing people of physical crimes does not fall under free speech. Trust me, I would know all about that. Smiley face. Now, for context, for those of you who don't know, I filed a defamation lawsuit with my ex-partner back in 2021 or 2022? I don't remember. I filed a defamation lawsuit, and there was a settlement from it. There was supposed to be a jury trial, but certain lawyers did not want it to go to trial. And there was a settlement. I can't really go into any detail outside of that. But I had a lot of experience with, I learned a lot from this defamation lawsuit that I filed that cost me over $80,000, and I do not regret it one bit. I got a settlement, so I'm happy with the result. But it was a very big learning experience. And one of the things I learned,
waving hand emoji. See,
don't get distracted, Repsion. We're already like, I'm already getting lost with what you're saying. Please get to the point.
Oh, Red Dress Express.
Why is his mic like clipping too? His mic keeps clipping super bad.
The $10 Canadian. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
He's been doing this for like 10 plus years. What is going on, Repsion? He's been doing this for over 15 years.
So much. I appreciate that $10 super chat. Anyway, so I've had a lot of experience with defamation because I just dealt with a situation where I was being accused of crimes, just outrageous, crazy crimes involving kids. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done. You bring in kids, you bring in my children, I'm going to fuck you up. Literally, you bring in children, I'm going to fuck you up. So I filed a defamation lawsuit. I got
threatened his ex-wife. Time to go back to court.
Settlement. Okay. But for reference, there's a lot of free speech absolutists out there. I used to be one of them back in the day. If you watched me on YouTube back in the day when I was religious and stuff, I used to be what was called a free speech absolutist. And basically, this position that I used to hold, I don't hold this any longer, was basically you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Are you Turkish? We need to start keeping a list of the different races people ask if I am, the different nationalities. I pride myself in being a bit racially ambiguous. So far, I think we've gotten Indian, Turkish. I feel like there's been at least a few more.
Free speech, we're in America, and pretty much there shouldn't be any consequences for what you say because it's free speech. I once believed that. I don't believe that anymore. I'm an advocate for free speech, but I'm not a free speech absolutist. Meaning that if you say certain things, if you accuse people of crimes, if you intentionally, maliciously try to spread things that could damage somebody and affect them IRL, I don't know, let's just say false Child Protective Services reports or something, I believe that you should be held accountable for the things that you do and you say if it directly impacts and defames somebody. I'm in full support of the legal system going after people where they genuinely fuck up. You can't accuse people of crimes. You can't. I can't go on the internet and say, Idubbbz is an animal abuser and he murders animals. Right? That's
clip it, ship it, send it to Idubbbz. A bag is waiting. A little lawsuit for you. Here you go.
Accusing somebody of a crime, right? That's defaming somebody. And defamation, under defamation, in America, I don't know Canada, you can't accuse somebody of actual crimes. That does not fall under free speech. But this is where things get interesting, because my post triggered a lot of people, because I normally don't get this much interaction, which is fine. A lot of people were like, dude, what's wrong with you? Idubbbz never defamed H3H3. And all I'm going to say in reply to this, okay, is this is the situation. Destiny. You guys know who Destiny is, right? You guys know who Destiny is? I don't like Destiny. He's a piece of shit, nasty, disgusting, horrible person. Destiny made a tweet calling Ethan Klein, H3H3, a pedo and a individual who touches his own children.
When I wipe, there's blood. What do I do? Keep wiping. What do you just want to leave blood there?
Okay. Destiny made this statement. Idubbbz went on a video live stream, and in this entire thing has a screenshot of Destiny's comment on his video live stream for over almost 2 hours in length. He has this screenshot of H3 apparently joking or being edgy, saying that H3 touches his kids.
You got it a little mixed up there. Ethan didn't say that. Destiny said it, but we get the point.
Idubbbz says in his video live stream that he doesn't believe it, that H3 is a pedo and he touches his kids. He doesn't believe it, right? But then he continues to leave that screenshot up for over 2 hours on his live stream, on his video. So my question to people who are really against this lawsuit is, why would someone leave a screenshot up of somebody, whether it's a joke or not, calling somebody a child abuser and a pedo? Why would they leave that on their live stream for 2 hours? Do you think for 2 hours?
I also think you could argue, I think for live streams, there is like a bit of a gray area where you could probably argue that it being up for 40 minutes, even with him making like a statement in the beginning that he doesn't agree with it, someone could hop into that stream at any point after that and not have that original context, and then end up, they could just believe that this is what Idubbbz thinks is true. Oh, he's sharing this. Oh, maybe he thinks this is like a reputable accusation. You know what I mean? So I think there is probably a bit more of a gray area there, even with the stated like denouncing or whatever. Lil Nas X is back? Like back in the news? Back naked walking on the street or what?
Hey.
This is I know this song. There's a centipede.
I really wanted to talk to you guys. Man, it was like there's no way I'm gonna be able to make this like not
banger
awkward
song,
because it's really awkward for me. But I wrote down a few notes so I can at least like make sure I say the things that I do want to say. First, where I've been in rehab for a few months, and since then I've been, back at home, whether it's in Atlanta with my family or in Los Angeles with myself and friends and whatnot, and trying to ground myself down to earth and get out of my head. I have a therapist now and a psychiatrist.
That's all I needed to hear. Good stuff. That was the only part I cared about. Good for you, Lil Nas X. Get the help that you need. Shout outs. You know, you don't get this landscape view that often. I forgot. What did he do? Run around naked on drugs? We don't know if it was on drugs or just during like a psychotic episode or something, but definitely having some issues. And yeah, he got arrested.
Which has been really helpful. When I got my bipolar disorder diagnosis, I feel like I had known for like the past few years, but
Bug Collector, right?
But I didn't want to admit to it because I didn't want to have to.
I'm not tripping, right? That's this song, Bug Collector by Haley Hendrix. Is that right? I was right. I know my music. It's already gonna get the stream claimed, so we gotta play it. He was diagnosed with bipolar. That makes sense.
Naked in your bedroom. Oh, and you swear to God, the fucker's out to get you. And I digress. 'Cause I must make you the perfect morning. I try my best to scoop the slugger out the window.
It hits, don't it? Right? That's the right song? Watch me click it again and it's wrong.
Take medication and I don't know how people think different of me. I mean, I'm already like black and gay. Like, damn God, give me like come on, black, gay, bipolar. Like, I'm like living life on like extreme hard mode. Yeah, but on a serious note, like I'm doing much better.
That's good to hear. Shout out Big Nas X. Big ups.
Idubbbz just constantly said, I don't believe that. No. It was absolutely done intentionally and maliciously.
Back to the Idubbbz stuff or whatever. Repsion. Remember when I was talking about him going on a side tangent? Oopsie.
There's no reason to leave a screenshot up of something like that for as long as he did without the intention of trying to intentionally, maliciously, whether it's true or not, spread and defame somebody. It doesn't matter if it was to his 12 viewers. It doesn't matter if it was 10 viewers, 50 viewers. Like, imagine I'm on Twitter, right? I'm scrolling on Twitter and I read a tweet that says Idubbbz sexually assaulted his wife. Okay. I read it. I'm like, okay, somebody is accusing Idubbbz of sexually assaulting his wife. I read it. I show it on stream. I continue on with my live stream. That's that, right? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if I was to take that comment...
There's nothing wrong with that.
That tweet that somebody made, it doesn't matter if it's true or not, I paste it in my video for fucking 5 hours of a live stream, and I highlight it.
Well, like I said, I think that when you're establishing context is established based upon like the instance. So the context would have been in the instance of when he brought it up, but then after that like segment of talking about it is over, the context is then lost, and it would be harder to say that they knew what he was talking about, knew that he didn't agree with it, for anybody that just jumps into the stream after that point. So yeah, I think I agree with Repsion for the most part here, yeah.
Right next on top of my head.
Oh, did they start? They have started. Guante, a little Guante merch. Nice. But yes, I do appreciate everybody for stopping. And remember, like, subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll be back again on Friday for another live stream. This has been a lot of fun. I really do appreciate all of the new members. Shout out again to Skull Ray, and Zanulas. I'm sorry, Zanalus. I'm saying it wrong. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of the support. You're also amazing. This is Captain Quasar signing off. Sorry about the bandwidth too. We're going to try and get the internet all figured out.